Okay, imagine this. You're scrolling through your phone at 2 a.m., eyes half open, brain running on instant noodles and vibes. You're not even looking for anything deep. Maybe you just wanted to watch a cat video or check someone's IG story drama. But suddenly, your entire timeline is filled with one question. What happened to Krisha Tiu? And if you've been in the K-pop scene long enough, you already know how wild that sentence feels. Because this girl was like the blueprint for Filipino trainees going viral in Korea. She was the moment before being the moment was even a thing. So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks, grab a comfy pillow, because today we're going full storytime deep dive on Korea's most famous Filipino trainee and how she literally tricked the entire internet into thinking she was full Korean. Not even on purpose, just by existing. Let's get into it. So back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean peak second gen to third gen era, when people still argued about which group had the best lightstick shape, a young Filipino girl named Krisha Tiu steps into the Korean entertainment world. And immediately everyone goes, wait, she's Korean, right? Even famous musicians like Yuya literally looked at her and assumed she was Korean. Like, confidently. Zero hesitation. Straight face. Just no 한국인 맞지? And honestly, you can't even blame them. Because when Krisha Tiu wore hanbok, bruh, full Korean historical drama main character energy. She looked like she could have walked straight out of a saguk and started yelling kami at someone. Even Filipinos watching her on screen were confused. The tweet reactions were hilarious. Let me reenact. Cheering for Krisha Tiu in K-pop star. To she's Filipino-American, who looks Korean. One reason why I love her. Ah, so it's actually Krisha Tiu? Half Chinese probably. Krisha Tiu is a Filipina born in the Philippines to a Filipina mother and a Chinoy father. The confusion was universal, and here's the thing. Filipinos with Chinese ancestry, or Chinoy, are super common. It's part of the cultural melting pot. So Krisha Tiu having East Asian features wasn't something impossible. But in Korea, people genuinely thought she was just Korean. Full stop. They were like, she looks like someone who grew up drinking pananauyu and doing after-school academies. But let's rewind a bit. Let's talk about who she actually is behind all the viral reactions. Krisha Tiu was born in Makati. Yes, the place with skyscrapers, malls that feel like airports, and traffic that tests your patience and your soul, in December 1998. Her family then moved to Cebu, where baby Krisha spent the first 2 years of her life before heading to San Francisco. She grew up there like any Filipino-American kid. Family gatherings with pancit and lumpia, karaoke machine turned on for no reason, aunties asking about grades, the usual. Nothing about her childhood screamed future Korean celebrity. She didn't audition on a whim with a K-drama moment playing in the background. She didn't get scouted in Iriwan at night while the wind gently blew her bangs. Nope. Urban Works Entertainment casted her. Yes. They literally saw her, said this girl has something, and brought her to Korea. And suddenly, boom. Trainee life. She trained for only a year. 1 year. That alone should tell you something. A lot of K-pop trainees spend 10 years trying to debut, and she walked in, trained for 1 year, and went straight into K-pop Star 6. She auditioned, got attention, charmed the judges, and then got eliminated. Sad music plays, main character walks in slow motion, tears sparkle, the whole emotional package. But hold on. Plot twist. YG Entertainment swooped in and said, let's join us. So they brought her back as part of Quins, a trio that ended up winning second place in the entire show. Imagine that. You get eliminated. Everyone thinks you're done. And then suddenly you reappear stronger, shinier, and fresher than ever. Peak redemption arc. And then in May 2017, she debuted with Trouble. If you lived through that era, you remember how the song was everywhere. People were like, this is the girl from K-pop star, she's debuting already? And yet again, the confusion started. She's Korean, right? She's Filipino. No, but she looks Korean. Filipina, Chinese American. Korean? The internet basically fought like toddlers fighting over the last chicken nugget. And then something unexpected happened. Silence. Between 2020 and 2024, Krisha Tiu just disappeared online. Her Instagram wasn't updated. Her YouTube vanished. Her last trace was a wildflower cover by Park Hyo-shin, and even that video eventually faded when the channel disappeared. Fans were worried. Was she okay? Did she quit the industry? Did something happen? Nobody knew. And honestly, if you've been a K-pop fan long enough, you know this silence is the scariest thing. Idols vanish and sometimes never return. It's the sad truth. But then, hope. In 2023, news suddenly broke that she signed with New Way Company. And not just any news, actual, confirmed, real information. Fans celebrated like they just received a tax refund they weren't expecting. Everyone was like, she's coming back? For real? And yes, she was slowly crawling back into public life like 여러분, 저 다시 왔어요. In May 2024, she reopened her Instagram. People screamed. Not literally, but emotionally. That's the kind of scream that blasts silently in your heart. And just recently, she appeared on Tak Jae-hoon's No Back show, a very chaotic show, by the way. And her appearance felt like a warm hug from the universe. Like she was saying, I'm here. I'm okay. I'm starting again. And honestly, that's so brave. Because imagine disappearing from the spotlight for 4 years, then returning to an industry that moves at lightning speed, where trends die in a week. But she still came back. And she came back smiling. And that's the heartwarming part of this story. Krisha, too, wasn't just Korea's most famous Filipino trainee because of her visuals. She wasn't just a girl who confused netizens into thinking she was full Korean. She was someone who chased a dream. Intensely, bravely, and tenderly. Someone who didn't give up even after disappearing for years. Someone trying to rebuild her career step by step. And honestly, that deserves respect. Now, will we see more of her? I hope so. Everyone hopes so, because her story isn't done yet. It's not even close. But seeing her slowly return, appear on shows, sign with a new agency, that feels like the beginning of Act 2. And maybe Act 3 will be the comeback her fans have been waiting for. So yeah, that's the story of Krisha Tiu, the Filipino trainee who unintentionally fooled an entire country, became a rising star, disappeared mysteriously, and is now quietly making her way back into the spotlight. What do I think about all this? Honestly, it's inspiring, it's bittersweet, it's chaotic in a very K-pop way, and it makes you root for her even more. The industry is tough, but she's tougher. And seeing her return feels like a win not just for her, but for Filipino fans too. What about you? What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. I always love seeing your thoughts and stories. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. And if you found this video fun or informative, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you in the next one.